never been more relieved to see Marc Lamont Hill in a picture in my life. I know it's a little glazed. Okay, can I use my glaze free card? I've used a few this week, but I have a lot stacked up, all right? Because, let me explain, all right? This is Mayor Ross Baraka. Mayor Ross Baraka is the mayor of Newark. You might have seen him recently getting detained by ICE, protesting ICE in the city of Newark, New Jersey. So y'all know I'm a Jerseyan. He's going to be a candidate for governor in the state of New Jersey. Currently, the primaries are going on. That's going to be June 10th. So if you're a registered Democrat voter, you should be informed and, go make your choice. Now, I say all that to say, this is a space that I understand why Ross Baraka would want to be on, right? And I remember Marc Lamont Hill, when he was catching heat from some people who didn't see his vision, to say he wants to meet his people where they're at. There are a lot of voters that Ross Baraka could want to reach that listen to the Joe Budden podcast. Not all are politically informed, but while I also think they provide value in being able to have human conversations with Mayor Ross Baraka in these delicate times, it's nice to know that there's going to be a scholar, someone with a political mind to keep things right on track. Before, the only option this podcast had, and Ish, you're going to say we bagging on you, used to be Ish. You're a cool guy, Ish. But imagine the relief when I saw this picture. And I said, oh, Ross Baraka on a JBP. And I said, oh, wait a minute. Marc's on there. We're good. So anyway, I guess the whole point of this post is for people with doctorates, masters, political mind, politically inclined, politically involved. I think we could learn from Marc Lamont Hill here and not shun away platforms that are extremely large that, a lot of people gravitate towards, especially the demographics that look like you, and not dismiss them and say we're above that platform. I've spoken to many people who think Marc Lamont Hill is above this platform. And in that case, the reach that Joe Budden has all of a sudden will be limited to musicians, artsy people. Politicians can't come on there and have conversations that come in. Now, I believe Joe Budden has had a politician or two before on his show, or a activist or so on his show. But I just don't think the conversation has flowed the way I would like it to flow. So let's go reserve 2 to 3 hours, and let's hope this pod is exactly like everything I just described it that I want it to be. Okay, good talk.